All right, welcome back to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show. The weather may be lousy here. I don't know what it's like in Kentucky. We're going to go to Kentucky in just a moment, talk to John Fanta, who's part of NBC's coverage of the Kentucky Derby, and obviously we'll talk to John about the, all the Cleveland sports teams too. Zach, are you Kentucky Derby better?
I mean, through the years I have been. I am not really up on this year's. I tried to catch up maybe in 30 minutes or so yesterday. Yeah. But yeah, I've been to Churchill Downs, not to a Derby.
Oh,
incredible
nice
place.
How is it? I've heard it's magic.
It's
magical.
huge. It's huge. I was there I think the week after the Derby. I've been to Keeneland, which is an hour or so away, which is a magical place. It's as beautiful as anywhere I've ever been. So I kind of grew up with it. My dad's uncle owned cheap claiming horses over at Thistledown down the road. Those
are trotters, right?
There's pictures of me this high on the winner's circle.
Nice.
No, they're not the trotters. The trotters are in Northfield.
Oh, Northfield.
Yeah, Thistledown is the yes. So I haven't been to either place in years.
Yeah.
I wonder now. I think everything's online, so I wonder if the characters are still the same.
Yeah.
But the Kentucky Derby is still like the one bit of horse racing that's mainstream Americana. Right?
When I was a big gambler in my 20s, I was a huge horse racing guy, and I've been to the Belmont, not the Belmont Stakes.
Where was your spot? Yonkers?
I would bet at Yonkers, the Meadowlands for the trotters.
Been to the
Mama's
no
racetrack.
Let's talk to our buddy John Fanta from NBC Sports.
Oh!
Look at this.
Looking spiffy,
You brought
John.
the mascot, John.
Yes, I've got a wonderful mascot here as we are gearing up for the Kentucky Oaks tonight, the Derby tomorrow. Guys, it is a celebration here at Churchill Downs. There's electricity. You're welcome to go back to work now, my friend. Very good to see you. I know you have a lot of work ahead. It's great to be here, guys. It's a thrill.
John, is the Oaks is for fillies, right?
Yeah, the Oaks is the best 3-year-old female horses. It is for the fillies. It's tonight in prime time on NBC Channel 3 for the first time ever. The Kentucky Oaks in prime time. We come on Peacock and NBC Sports Network at 4 Eastern time. We have several undercard races, a total of 10 on the day. We cover 16 races the next 2 days. So we have a bunch of undercards for you from 4 to 8 on Peacock. At 8 o'clock, we move over to Channel 3, 8 to 9 on NBC. Then tomorrow, we come on the air on Peacock at noon, but on NBC at 2:30. But tonight, you're right, Adam, it is the fillies. It's an awesome event with several big-time names with horses involved. Bobby Flay has a horse involved. Jason Worth, the Phillies legend, has a horse here. Jason's been around all week. Dave Portnoy has a horse, Lovely Gray, in this race. So there's a number of storylines here. That's what's so fun about it. But everybody's in pink today. The Oaks, the Phillies, means it's Pink Friday.
I like it.
Well, Johnny looked terrific. This is a incredible day one fit, and I know Kentucky Derby fashion is a big thing. Are you going to have a giant hat tomorrow for the infield coverage of the Derby? Because if this is night one, I can't wait to see what you have in store for day number 2.
I'll do my best here first. I'm in all pink.
Looking spiffy.
That's awesome.
I don't know if I'm a Pink Panther as much as maybe a Pink Husky, but I'll take it. I do have a hat for tomorrow. I've got my all blue suit for tomorrow. I won't tell you the shade of blue. I won't get into specifics, but I do have a hat that's ready to go. I had to remove my paper bag that I've sometimes worn during the fall and put a different type of hat on, a Derby hat on. I'm only kidding, guys. Only half kidding, really.
Yeah.
But the fact is, I'm outfitted and I'm ready, Mike. The moment I got this assignment, NBC called me about 2 months ago and said, would you ever be interested? I'm like, would I be interested?
Yeah.
I can't wait. And they're like, all right, we got to get you some outfits for it. And they've handled that.
John, are you going to be in the infield tomorrow? Did I see that correctly?
I will be in the infield. Yes, I'll be roaming around to different spaces today. But I am in the infield with the partiers. I'm told that it's mellowed out a little bit. It used to be $20 to get into the infield. Now it's about $130, but it's well worth it. There's plenty of beverages, plenty of food. There's a designated spot in the infield for college kids, which I'm going to make my way over there at some point. That should make for an interesting hit. We've got a ton of fun stuff planned out there. The whole idea of our show is, the Kentucky Derby, for those who don't know, guys, is the most watched non-football individual sporting event of the entire calendar year. And tomorrow, last year we got 22 million. Tomorrow we're expecting potentially even more because the Derby will be immediately followed by Celtics Sixers Game 7 on NBC. Yeah. So we have as big a sports day on the network as I think we've had in a long time when you combine those two things. But when you're on for 7.5 hours, my mom is watching. People that don't know much about sports are watching. So my point is, our goal is to talk horse racing, but our goal is to also give people a taste of this is what the day's about. I mean, take a look right here. There's one such outfit. There's another such outfit. We want to give people a taste of what it's like here.
John, are you allowed to pick a winner, or because you're part of the coverage, you're not allowed to do that?
What I'll do, I will unveil my pick on the broadcast tomorrow at 6:30. Okay. All right. Tomorrow at 6:30 on Channel 3. Post time is 6:50. They're going to do our picks at 6:30. What I will say is there's 3 horses I really like in this race. Number 1 is Chief Wallaby. Bill Mott, Junior Alvarado, they won the Derby last year with Sovereignty. Chief Wallaby at 8-1. I don't like any of the top 3 on that board. Renegade is running from the one post. The one post hasn't produced a Derby champion since 1986. Commandment won the Florida Derby, but Commandment, I think that's a horse that I think its best days have come in the weeks prior. The Derby is a different entity. I really like Wallaby from Mott and Alvarado's experience. I like 2 other horses that are, double digits in terms of odds. A couple of 15-1. Could fluctuate, but I really like the horse So Happy. So Happy, trained by a guy named Mark Glatt, who's been doing it for over 30 years. Lost his wife in February. The horse is running for a greater power with his wife Dina looking down on this horse. The horse has run extremely well. I think that there's something to say about that horse. And then the other horse is Emerging Market. Emerging Market is jockeyed by Flavian Pratt. If you are filling out wagers tomorrow, it would be in your best interest to take Emerging Market to win, place, or show because Flavian Pratt has ridden in 8 derbies. He has never finished worse than 4th.
Wow.
John, NBC is very smartly using you as much as they can. Are you going to be able to get the weekend off next year when the Browns are in the Super Bowl?
Zach, I'm going to work the Super Bowl. If the Browns are in the Super Bowl, I am going to either be sitting next to you or on the field. I mean, hell, I might put the pads on, Zach, and play. I mean, I'll be more available than Jed Wills. I'll be more available than Sean O'Hara.
So, John, after this 2026 draft class, are you thinking Yoffs?
What's that?
Did Mike just say Yoffs?
Listen, we're in the zone with John. After this 2026 draft class.
Are you thinking playoffs? He's asking you after this draft class.
Oh, am I thinking playoffs? Who's my quarterback? I mean, holy heck. That news earlier this week. I don't think that that to me came off as let's put this out into the public universe and see what the reaction is. Well, the reaction
John, hold on, John. That's what I said, and Bull said I was stupid for it. When me and John Fanta are on the same page,
first of all,
when Johnny Fanta and McNuggets are in lockstep,
that's not what I don't think that's what Bull said.
I think. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I agree with Bull. Bull, I agree with you on if Todd Munkett is doing that to see what the public reaction is, he shouldn't be the coach in the first place.
That's
and I don't think Todd is doing that. Do I think that Brown's brass, like the top ownership group, do I think that those top people are trying to make the most out of a terrible contract, a terrible deal? Yes, I do think that group of people spent a lot of money, has gotten zero return, is regretting it, but trying for one last gasp at it. Also, not to be mean, but when the competition is Shedeur Sanders, they can do that. They can put it out there in the universe.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know everybody's excited about the draft, John, but like you said, whoever the quarterback is probably not going to be good. I know people don't want to hear that, but that's probably true.
You're judged by your quarterback play.
Yeah.
You can win. Certain teams can win 7 or 8 games with average quarterback play. But certain teams aren't the Cleveland Browns. They've never been the Cleveland Browns. Like, I like the draft. I give them credit for drafting. No, I'm not just a Browns hater. I thought the Browns drafted well. The Boston pick, I love that pick. I talk with people that are avid Texas A&M followers / B people. They're like, you're going to love Concepcion. Browns fans are going to love watching him play. He plays hard. I think the Browns drafted well. Like the Austin Barber pick, I remember looking at that and saying, that's a good selection by the Browns. It's smart. They bolstered key position groups that, frankly, are barren with crumbs. They had to stock up at the offensive line and at wide receiver. But, guys, we watch this league every week. The teams with good quarterback play have a shot every week. The teams with bad quarterback play find ways to lose. The teams that don't know what they're getting from their quarterback are teams that, at best, finish 8 and 9.
And if this team finishes 8 and 9, they've really gone nowhere.
That would be a great season. I think great accomplishment.
It would be a great accomplishment, but where would it position them?
Well, that's true. Yeah, you're right.
It would be a great accountment. There's no doubt about that.
But it would make it tricky in terms of a quarterback in the draft.
It's more likely that I jump on a horse tomorrow than the Browns have a winning record.
Yes, I think so.
Never say never. Never say never, Jackson. I hear you've got some. We can find a horse for you to ride. We can.
John, let's talk a little Cavs for a second, though. Game 6 tonight in Toronto. Cleveland obviously lost games 3 and game 4 up there. They won game 5, erased the 12-point deficit with about 13 minutes to go. Where is your confidence level on the Cavs that tonight they can end this series against the Raptors and kick their feet up until they find out who their next round opponent will be?
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any kicking the feet up. But everybody's confidence level is pretty low heading into the night. And sometimes sports works in weird ways where everybody feels the same way and then we get the exact opposite result. And I do feel like the Cavs did not play, they played miserably, but they didn't lose by a miserable amount in game 4, and they couldn't have played a worse game. Look,
right.
Donovan Mitchell's got to put his big boy pants on and close this series out. If the Cavaliers win this game tonight, it's because Mitchell's the best player on the floor. And here's the thing. The Raptors are limited offensively. They just are. You know, like if R.J. Barrett is not making things happen, so much is put on Barnes. And Barnes and Murray Boyles have been great in this series. But the Cavs, when you're facing a team with length and a team that can challenge people defensively with how they guard, you got to have shot makers. Donovan Mitchell's supposed to be that for the Cavaliers. Ironically, in game number 5, it was Evan Mobley, Dennis Schroeder, and the supporting cast that stepped up with some big-time shots. If I'm the star player on this team, I say, those guys picked me up. Now I'm going to pick everybody up, and we're going to close this thing out. Like, if you're going to defeat the narratives that are out there that you're soft, that you can't win the big one, that you're not that good in the East, you go out tonight, you shut people up, and you beat the Raptors by 15. Do I think the Cavs have that in their makeup? Maybe, but the chances are, and my pick is, Raptors win this game, and this goes back to Cleveland for a Game 7. A Game 7 that I still believe the Cavaliers will win, but the only benefit they have right now for them is the Eastern Conference is a complete wash. Nobody knows what to think. The Celtics look terrible right now. The Knicks have their flaws. The Pistons and Magic, the Magic are up, but come on, the Magic are not that formidable. It would be a damn shame if the Cavs, if you aren't coming on the air Monday previewing the Eastern Conference semis, if you aren't coming on the air previewing that on Monday, severe changes have to be made.
100%.
I agree.
All right, let's wrap it up, John, with some rapid-fire Guardians. Who are you more concerned about, Stephen Kwan or Kyle Manzardo?
Kyle Manzardo. Guys, there's something fundamentally wrong with him, and he's got a couple options left. I mean, his timing is so off on fastballs. He is missing on fastballs that are to his liking. So it's rapid fire. Kyle Manzardo.
Yeah, Ja, he's in his head. He's guessing too much. He's thinking too much at the plate. Who are you most confident in this being a legit breakout season after a great first month? Angel Martinez, Daniel Schneemann, or Brian Rocchio?
Ooh, I gotta say. By the way, Manzardo has a case of Laporta-itis, if you will, or Valbuena-itis, whichever way you want to go.
Yeah.
Daniel Sneedman, I really want to say him, but I've seen him have bursts at times and then fall back. It's close, but I'm going to go on Angel Martinez. You know, Bull, I thought last year, as there were spurts where I'm like, man, he's making really good contact. Sometimes he's not even getting rewarded. I love his approach at the plate. I think he's smart. I think he knows how to put the ball in play. He certainly has learned how to give it a jolt. Angel Martinez is my vote. He also just, not that Schneemann doesn't, but between the end of last year and then the way this year has started and his versatility, you know, the amount that he could do for this club, his quickness, I'm going Angel.
All right, and finally, Travis Bazzana 1 month from now will be killing it, okay, or back in the minors?
Killing it. It's going to break out. It's going to start. Once he strings some hits together, I think we're going to see this guy. We're going to see why the Guardians call him up. The Guardians are the most conservative organization as all get out on these types of things. They brought him up. They brought him up for a reason. This kid's going to be a stud. Have no fear, Cleveland. This ball club's going to win the American League Central Division. I'm not just saying it because I follow them closely. I'm saying it because I do believe it. I don't think the AL Central's that good again. I really don't. I think Chicago's better. Detroit's offense is still, they go through major runs. There's no reason why the Guards can't be right in the thick of things and win this division. You got to go do it. But you bring up Bazzana because you believe that he's going to make an impact on your lineup. If they didn't think that, they keep him down and have no qualms about it.
And John, we'll get you out of here on this, but we can't talk with John Fanta and not bring up college basketball. It has been now a few weeks. Are you ready to publicly comment on not getting the UNC head coaching job?
Well, you know, I had my checkered white and blue suit ready to go. I was looking forward to a biscuit with Roy Williams and to interact with Jordan Hudson and football coach Bill Belichick. But unfortunately, that's not going to come to life for me. Look, I appreciate North Carolina for their consideration. I will end with this. The NCAA tournament should always be at 68 teams.
Absolutely, John. It's so sad. Hey, last thing. We know you're world famous now, and we're happy for that, but you'll never forget your Cleveland roots. And I just want to say it was very nice of Chuck Kyle to let you borrow his suit today for the Kentucky Oaks.
That's very, very kind of you to say, Zach. Yes, this is Coach's best suit. That's for dang sure. Now, here's the question. Can I keep any sauce from getting on this suit? Because I've been when I would wear my blue blazer to Ignatius, I lived at that Wendy's across the street, and let's just say dry cleaning was a necessity. I had too many pizza bagels at the West Side Market.
John, you're the best.
We love you, John.
Thank you so much.
Everybody watch NBC Peacock coverage of the Derby. It's going to be it's great. Thanks, John. Thanks for all the beautiful views.
Thank you, guys.
Paddock there, yeah.
Keep it up. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys. See ya.
John is
Appreciate
the best.
The best.
He is.
I love him. And you know how so much of a pro, right? Like, he's never covered horse racing before, but he talked about it.
Like, he knows everything.
He gets himself immersed in this stuff.
So,
and nobody covers college basketball better than him.
I got to tell you a story real quick before we go to break. This about John. So the Derby's on NBC, obviously.
Yeah.
We were asked to the Derby and NBC. Yeah. So we reached out to the NBC team about getting either Randy Moss, who's on the call, he's their number one handicapper, or the main guy. They didn't get back to us. Then I see John post on Instagram, honored to be on the call. Immediately text John. Hey, we were asked to promote this. Nobody cuts a better promo than John Fanta. Nobody.
He's the best.
John answers. He goes, yeah, I can do 10:30. Then at 6 o'clock this morning, he goes, nah, 11:30. Is that okay to change? No problem. 10:15. Got to be 10:30 again. Can you get me in? Well, John, whatever, we are your muse. We love you, John.
He's the best.